Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky, and I am a living Christ. I want you to pay close attention to this video and share this video with everyone you know throughout the world. For this video has its historical importance, far beyond your imagination, far beyond your conditioning, far beyond your present belief system. This can change our world, not only here in the United States, but throughout the world. For every government is identical to the energies that are involved in this satanic government and its relation with the living Christ, a simple man of truth. The title of the piece is Living Christ Asks, will President Donald J. Trump make America great again? With all due humility, this living Christ, this simple man of truth, poses the greatest threat to the satanic New World Order and to the organized fictions, the fictitious system of this United States, a corporation which masks itself as a government of the people, yet operates corruptly in its policies, which make them an enslaver of its creators, the American people. This living Christ is the voice of truth that has and is being muffled, stifled, and censored as the voice of every sovereign man currently living presently under the tyranny of satanic law based in intellectual dualism. I acknowledge that the vast number of Americans are conditioned to be ignorant by their own educational system, which they support through taxes and tithing with their own misguided consent. Unable to perceive life beyond their limited conditioning, they, by their own consent and lack of courage, remain silent, inactive, apathetic, and impotent in solving their own life's problems, and so they have chosen to rely upon other men to do their thinking for them. That satanic tyranny has been the model of all civilized societies since the beginning of time. It has all been done through the fiction of words, both political and religious. And civilized man has not been the wiser for it. President Donald J. Trump has vowed to make America great again. Is he for real? Or just another political blowhard, making empty promises? He has kept many of his campaign promises, but is still surrounded by satanic advisors who bring the future of this country to the very precipice of disaster. We are being forced to face with a certain economic collapse, which can only divert public opinion away by the old standby solution, satanic solution of war. It's all psychological misdirection to keep you, the slave populace, controlled. The case of the satanic U.S. government and satanic New World Order versus this living Christ, Raymond Ronald Karchevsky, is laid out for all to see on my websites, arkenterprises.com and lisarayenterprises.com, and all of the internet engines. That is the battle of truth versus satanic intelligence, intellectual power, which rules the world. I, this living Christ, am every sovereign man who demands to be free, to be left alone by tyrants, public employees. I am a man who will stand alone, if necessary, to ensure the promise of freedom and sovereignty upon which this nation was founded. This amounts to decades of writing and videos on the internet, all of which may be considered by the people, the public, you, as an affidavit of truth by this living Christ. I stand by every statement made and have submitted my testimony in writing on the internet, to which I expect a full Trump-authorized FBI investigation to be based on. Many crimes have been committed by every branch of this government upon this living Christ. From Josephine County, Oregon, Sheriff's Office, State Police, District Attorney's Office, and miscellaneous cops and lawyers. The state of Oregon, including crimes committed by the present governor of the state, Kate Brown, when she was the Secretary of State, clear up to the federal government with its intelligence community based and supported internet disinformation agents. These criminal complaints have been made by an honorably retired police sergeant and court officer and a California licensed private investigator, competent to fashion a criminal prosecution in any court of the land. Yet, it is being ignored by all These criminal complaints have been ignored even when the courts had released me. When I challenged them in their two bogus trial convictions to prove that they had jurisdiction over this living, breathing, flesh and blood man who had not consented to being a person of the fictitious state of government. Fictitious because it's just an idea that you, all living men and women, harbor in your intellectual, memory-based conscious mind. You've lost sight of who you are, and I'm here to remind you. And that's what this request for you to back up this living Christ and demand that President Trump order an FBI investigation. That will bring down this corrupt government, and we can start from scratch without firing a single shot in anger. I am a free man. I have proven that sovereignty to the people. And that sovereignty does exist. And one must contract their life and freedom, their soul away. They must sell their souls to Satan to become an enslaved person, citizen. It is time for all that to end. Yet, on paper, they still allow the fraudulent convictions to stand. Is this the kind of government that you want for your children and yourselves? A rather large package of a bona fide criminal complaint with evidence was sent to President Donald J. Trump on his inauguration day of his first term of office. He has not yet responded to this. And this is well into his first term, while he's planning on a second term. Is he really the man that you want? Make him prove it. Demand an FBI investigation into the county, state of Oregon, and federal government crimes committed against this living Christ. Now, I maintain that he knows the certainty of the inevitable change to the system of this corrupt government, which he heads if such investigation is completed. Let all Americans hold President Trump accountable for jailing all corrupt public officials who become millionaires while on public salaries. Let this government mind its own business. Shut down the military bases throughout the world. Bring our boys home and use that money where it belongs, in America. It is time to break the back of satanic commercialism throughout the world and show the rest of the enslaved people living under the yoke of tyranny how to solve their own problems. If President Donald J. Trump authorizes such an investigation, he truly has a chance to make America great again. President Donald J. Trump has the opportunity to prove that he is the greatest president in American history. Let America judge him by his actions, not his words. As to the constant attack upon him by the Democratic Party since his inauguration, it is clear to me that that is just to muddle the public mind, keep them off balance, and bypass justice. Well, they are free to commit crimes upon the American people, like they have against this living Christ. I'll not stand by. Will you join me? Let us all make America great again.